So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
The San Siro for nigh on a century, Milan's power base, the ultimate status symbol of their glorious history. So it's down to business here.
I don't think I've seen a player as complete as the Czech cannon.
Nedved.
Yeah, the cannon gives us a little indication of the power he can produce from either foot, but he sets about his job like a Tasmanian devil, a whirlwind of activity.
So strong on either side.
He is.
Now this could be a Brazilian counter-attack. And that's put paid to a promising move. Picked out brilliantly. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. Oh, shooting chance! It's loose now, and they want to get it back. Oh, that's horribly mistimed, and it's given. Penalty. Brazil really could have done without this. This to make it 1-0. Golden opportunity wasted.
Oh, Peter, I'm not a great reader of body language, but I didn't like the way he walked up to that.
It's gone out for a throw-in. And that's it. So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening.
Signore e signori, attenzione, un annuncio importante. Il papà del bambino che indossa una maglietta.
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
Red and black wherever you turn, the San Siro is buzzing. Certainly up for this one. And already we're underway here.
The midfield three, Peter, I think are going to be key in this lineup because it's a very expansive system.
Yeah, it certainly looks a very front-footed approach.
It is, and with the front three, especially the wide men, running at and beyond the defence, there's going to be an awful lot asked of the midfield. They have to supply those balls the attack can run onto, while at the same time maintaining the team's overall shape by linking the front and back.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Nedved running with the ball. The ball has bounced loose now. And this is Hullet. Oh, he's got a crucial block in there. Roberto Carlos delivers. Milan do have a chance to counter here. Now it's Shevchenko. The great Samuel Eto'o, Jim. One of Africa's all-time greats.
Easily amongst the best ever, Peter. Powerful, prolific, pure class. There wasn't a defender in Europe who didn't fear this guy.
Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Now, the ball's gone astray. Goes down, but nothing given. Hullet. Oh, just skips past his man. Bellingham.
Well, both teams are proceeding with caution, but there's plenty of time to wait for some attacking purpose.
Yaya Toure is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. Milan trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game, because you try and absorb in numbers defensively, and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling pass. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Saliba cannot be beaten that easily. Seedorf. In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. Shevchenko touches it back. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. James. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And it's James. Hullet. Nice looking ball. Cross flung in towards the middle.
Better control, and he would have had a selection of options.
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And he's managed to get for chance for a shot! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Eto'o deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Tries a shot! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Thuram certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
Seedorf. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
He is through here!
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Still waiting for the game's first breakthrough goal. It's a searching pass. Now it's Hullet. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
Pullet. Pullet. And he's cut it out. Now it's Seedorf. He's through, now is he in? And we've reached half-time. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. What do you unpack on the first 45 minutes?
Well, it's been nothing but frustration, really, Peter. I think the team as a whole has to take more risks, but they really need to up their quality too.
So we reach the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0. And the action is back underway.
Well, I can imagine both managers have been in the ears of the players. They want more. Let's hope the game comes to life sooner rather than later. Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Pass somewhat off target. And it's James. Seedorf. Nedved can so cleverly bypass the press.
Cristiano Ronaldo really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
And here's Nedved. And here's Eto'o. Pullet.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Nedved. Nedved will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. And it's Seedorf. Goalless still, neither side really getting onto the front foot. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Bergomi. Yeah, he's fouled him there. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 10.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Numero 19. Numero 23.
Yaya Toure.
Per il numero 8. Bale. Il numero 32. Il numero 24.
And it's Iniesta. Oh, that's neat.
Kaká.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Cruyff, the specialist in tearing teams apart. Bergomi has been booked, just to confirm, for that earlier incident.
Well, when the ref tells you you're going to get booked next time, you should listen.
Brazil finding their passes. Very few chances to talk of, Jim. Defence is, it seems, on top here.
Well, I think it's a fair reflection on what we've seen so far. Neither side has produced that many efforts at goal simply because respective defences have been strong.
Thuram. Ibrahimovic is being harried and hassled.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact.
Can he finish? They've done it! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
So we have our breakthrough.
Look, experienced voices need to be heard now, along with good purpose and urgency, and they can get right back into this.
Your impression so far, Jim?
I think the manager's pondering his options as to whether to stick or twist Peter in view of the time remaining. He might have a tough call to make now.
Kaká, real chance! And now they can clear their lines.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 6. Viene sostituito con il numero 15.
Well, that is one way to stop him. Well, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. And that's going to be a booking. Thuram. Brazil have, after this, one further opportunity to make a substitution. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And he welcomes it in. Cruyff.
Brazil surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
And he's well positioned here. Milan needed that. They really needed it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Tries to play it through. Saliba deals with that comfortably. Cleared without complication. Now it's Cruyff. 5 minutes left on the clock.
Brazil nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. And he's going to have his name taken. Spread out to the left. And it's Cruyff. Now, can they get him away? Nice interception, well timed. I think we're just about done here. Vieira.
Ci saranno 3 minuti di recupero.
Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. James. Ferdinand, always a very imposing presence at the back. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Vieri. And the referee brings it to a close. Brazil have held on. They have doggedly, sometimes frantically, preserved the tightest. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game. It's Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
The San Siro for nigh on a century, Milan's power base, the ultimate status symbol of their glorious history. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Nedved gets into a good position. Looking for a corner. And we have our very first corner. Good challenge, excellent challenge. Milan are looking to go forward now. And here's Nedved. And he's made sure that's not getting through.
Well, Peter, at this stage we often focus on the creative and goal-scoring talent, but I'm going to mention a defender in Lilian Thuram. As good as they come for me, very strong and athletic and competent in every other department you care to mention.
Just about the perfect defensive specimen.
Yeah, and I think often underrated.
Thuram kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Well, we expected better, and so did he. Seedorf. That's a cute ball. Picked out brilliantly. Chance for a shot! Goal! Brazil! There is the breakthrough! Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
And how easy did he make that look? That is supreme.
Brazil are in front now, the game's only goal.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now. Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Vieira. And this is Shevchenko. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Gullit showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. De Jong is always scanning the pitch for targets. De Jong. Now, can they get him away? Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Well, that's not the cross he had in mind. Now it's Nedved. Looking for options for movement. Thuram. Yaya Toure. Proves too strong, too smart. Vieira. Nedved. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Bergomi with a definite foul there. Bergomi did incur the wrath of the referee and has earned himself a booking in the process. Nedved. And he's being shifted off it. And this is Ronaldo. De Jong. Tries to pass it through. Look at the space. He's having a shot! He's scored! And there we have it, the 2-goal cushion. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Brazil are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
And here's Shevchenko.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And it's Gullit. Vieira. Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. And he's had it nicked away. And Shevchenko! They've done it! With half-time at hand! Perfect timing!
Yeah, and he did well not to stray offside there as well, Peter. He just seemed to instinctively know when the ball was going to be delivered, and he got it right.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
Seedorf.
Ci sarà un minuto di
That has
recupero.
been cut short. De Jong. Tries to play it through. That looks a good ball through. And the shot! And that's it for the first half. A breathless ending. It's been thrills and spills at either end in the first half. Neither side really seizing the initiative, and both teams still very much in it. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker, and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
Brazil are leading 2-1, but things are very much in the balance here. And we are back on the way. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
That's been cut out, well played. Thuram. And it's Nedved. Oh, delightful ball. Bergomi getting this one clear. Well, the ball's gone astray. And here's Shevchenko.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store. Ah, welcome to modern football. You get hounded by everyone.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 4, Bale. Numero 2,
Bergomi.
numero 8. Lasciano il campo per
Iniesta.
il numero 21, Luis Suarez.
It's a sharp
Il
little
numero
ball here.
23, Iniesta.
A slightly
Il numero
better
10,
ball would have led to a very
Messi.
different outcome there.
Attenzione, una
They should have
sostituzione.
done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
L'affluenza di quest'oggi è di
That's just playing it safe and
80.314
simple.
spettatori. Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 15. Viene sostituito con il numero 11.
So we've reached the hour mark.
That pressing is so good, it's nice and early. Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Engages and forces him off the ball. It's a good run down the left-hand side. Oh, that's fabulous.
Pretty robust defending.
Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though... Oh, what has happened here? Short changes him with that pass. Looking to play him in. Bellingham. Nice control. Well, that is one way to stop him. Well, that's pretty clear. It is a foul. You knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. Roberto Carlos looking to play it into the box.
I think it looks as if they're going to try and whip this one in with pace.
Bergomi attempts a clearance. Nedved. Brazil still have the cards to affect this game. Zanetti wins the duel this time. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Cruyff. Great vision. Great ball, and he's in here. And a chance! He's been caught up in for the pieces. Iniesta plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Messi. Nedved. Iniesta. Rummenigge. Roberto Carlos kept his eye on it, and he's there. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Cruyff. Lovely pass, but... And he shoots! Goal! A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
And that's it. So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening.
Vi informiamo che si prevede traffico intenso nei dintorni dello stadio dopo la partita. Siate prudenti.